think that deserted ghost towns exist only in those cheesy Western movies. But there's a special place in BC that would make even John Wayne proud. Our Carolyn Jarvis tonight with a story about a Canadian man and his burning ambition to bring this town back to life.
In the rain shadow of the Pacific coast lie both a mystery and a hidden gem. A town built on a foundation of promise and prosperity that never delivered on either. For nearly 30 years, it sat empty, a ghost town called Kitsault. To get there is a journey in and of itself. From Terrace, BC, you have to drive along a rugged gravel road. Heading so far north, the Alaskan border is closer than the nearest town. After 3 hours, you'll come to the end of a deep-sea fjord, and nestled on its banks is Kitsault. There is everything here. 94 homes, 200 apartments, a hospital, a mall, a community center. The only thing missing are the people. The town was built in the late 1970s to house workers from the nearby molybdenum mine. Kitsault was to be state-of-the-art, and no detail was spared. There was a curling rink where the workers would unwind after a hard week at the mine. The Maple Leaf pub next door, where the party undoubtedly spilled over. The local shopping center, complete with grocery store, the Royal Bank, and the Town and Country restaurant. At its height, 1,200 people lived here, but only 18 months after it opened, molybdenum prices crashed and the mine shut down. By the end of 1983, the town that hundreds had built their dreams on was empty.
But after the mine closed and the people left, the power here was left on. And for 30 years, the town just sat, waiting for the people to return.
It wasn't until a September morning in 2004 that Kitsault's fortune was to change. The town had been put up for sale, and Virginia businessman Krishnan Suthantharan came across an article in the newspaper. He decided Kitsault would be his, sight unseen.
Now, can you imagine a couple of hundred people just living in the town for a week and enjoying the town?
Krish, the son of a grocer in southern India, he went to university in Ottawa and made his millions by building an empire of medical companies and selling real estate.
When I go to a conference, the first thing they will ask me is that, how's Kitsault doing? And I said, you don't ask me how I'm doing, you don't ask me how my business is.
For the town, he paid $7 million cash and began its resurrection by hiring a modest crew. But as one could imagine, the to-do list when you're revamping an entire town is immense. One day clearing a road, the next sanding and repainting.
This is our rec center and center of our town, I would say.
Matthew Kijakatil is the town's manager.
Look here, what we have.
Oh my goodness.
Look at that. Yep. We have the main pool, we have a jacuzzi.
Despite the amazement of it all, it's hard not to feel a sense of emptiness in this place. Everything is as it was 3 decades ago, frozen in time. Many of the houses still have the 1970s decor. In the hospital, the X-ray gloves still lie on the table right beside a full-fledged operating room with the cupboards still stocked.
Everything is still here.
That's right.
It's because people here were literally told they had to go overnight.
Please leave, we'll pay you back everything. And a few people had to be evicted forcefully. The cops had to come in because they said, no, we are not moving.
The wildlife is perhaps the one thing that hasn't changed. You're more likely to see a bear sauntering through these streets than anything else. And they're as curious as anyone to know what is to become of this oceanfront relic.
I wanted to create a unique atmosphere for about 200 to 400 scientists and engineers and artists.
A veritable Shangri-La, where hand-picked artists and scientists will become stewards of the community.
We want to give you the total freedom in living in an area that is so beautiful that you can focus your mind.
He's already put in $10 million and figures it will take $10 million more. But for a man with 70 corporations to his name, this isn't about making money.
Once the houses are done, we're going to furnish it fully. Each bedroom will be furnished.
This town, he says, is about giving back. By the summer of 2011, he hopes to have it open. But in a twist of irony, the mine that brought Kitsault to its knees is once again beginning to rumble. Molybdenum prices have rebounded, and the mine's new owner is exploring the possibility of reopening it. Still, Krish isn't interested in any profit that might bring. He says the people need to come here to take in the beauty, and he adds jokingly, the good water pressure.
The water pressure is so good there.